Don't look under the internet.
Parmesan garlic wings right before this. So
Oh yeah, never mind.
burp
That'll
was
totally
bad.
do
Is
it.
that what I was smelling when we were standing next to each other?
Yes.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet, everybody.
Well, I.
Go ahead. No, you can take the shot.
Oh.
The people wait for you.
But I don't. Okay.
No, go ahead. Make them wait. Make the audience wait. Yeah. There. Throw it back, you piece of fucking shit. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. You're a nice boy sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. Anyway, again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet. I got breaking news. TMZ has reported again. I have an inside source with TMZ.
Oh, do you?
Emma Watson, has decided she's going to step away from the limelight and actually interview fake celebrities. It's this new running thing that she's doing. This week, she actually has her first video out where she interviews Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
And in the interview, she asks him, Sherlock, what was your favorite school? And he goes, it was elementary, my dear Watson.
All right. Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet. Mike's mic is going to be muted for the rest of the episode.
My name's not Mike.
Oh, shit. It didn't work. Who are you? Right. How did I forget? We have a celebrity guest every week.
I'm Roseanne.
Oh, God. Nope. Nope.
John Goodman.
I don't think I could deal it, Doug.
That sounds more like a Peter Griffin than
I'm out.
Roseanne.
I don't want to do
Thank
this
you for
episode.
listening, everyone.
What are we talking about today, boys?
Well, today we are talking about a...
Wait, what's your name?
Oh,
Do you guys just want to fucking redo all this?
No, I
'Cause
love
this.
this.
Is all garbage.
No, I love this.
No, this is all garbage. We can keep going, but as long as you guys are okay.
Well, considering we've said welcome to the podcast 3 times, tried to introduce ourselves twice now.
You're Doug.
Konnichiwa.
You're Jason.
I am Jason.
And I'm Roseanne Barr. We've established this.
Yes, we
Jason,
have.
what are we talking about?
We are talking about a little doll named Okiku.
Okiku,
Yep,
huh?
it's a little Japanese doll.
Ooh, very kawaii.
Oh, Kiku. Yeah.
Kiku.
Yeah, very kawaii of you.
God. I have a feeling that Mike's going to go full weeaboo this whole episode.
Doll-sama. Oh, wait, I just gave away that it was a doll.
Shit! No, Okiku is a doll. It's from Japan. This is a story that goes back, like, what is it? Early 1900s, like
1908, I believe.
1918.
1918.
1918. Thank
Yeah.
you. I knew there was an 8
Yeah.
in the mix somewhere.
So this is kind of taking place in, well, technically this is still what, feudalist Japan?
I don't know enough about
Your
Japan.
mom's a feudal.
They still had like
You mean Imperial Japan?
they still had like their caste system of like you were born into certain ranks in life.
Oh, like there's Shogun and shit still?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so it's still in a kind of primitive step for Japan, but this doll is so fucking creepy.
It's very spooky. The tale, like we said, starts in 1918 with a family. Who knows about the family?
Who knows about the family?
I know about the family.
He knows about the family.
Well, good for you, Doug. Because I know very little about it, actually.
Well,
Tell me the story of Okiku.
I'm going to just refrain from telling you guys about it now.
Okay,
Because Mike seems really excited about
that
it.
actually gives us an opportunity to inform everybody here that it's a very short story.
Oh, so short.
Yes, it's incredibly short, but
I'll be very surprised if we can make this last, 35 minutes.
with the amount of tangents that we go on all the
Bless you,
God bless.
America.
Gesundheit.
No, with the amount of episodes that we start before we hit record, we're like, yeah, this is going to be like 45 minutes. It's going to be tough to stretch it out. And all of a sudden it's an hour and 45 minutes and I'm like, how do I make this
How
less
did
than
we
that?
get here?
Right.
How did we get about talking about Tusk? Because we did that before.
Oh, I could still talk about it, but either
Same.
way.
Maybe in the bonus.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. We've done that once.
I bet the bonus is longer than our actual episode this time.
You know,
Not even lie.
let's try to make it a goal for it to not be.
Well, let's dump into Okiku,
I was just about to say, let's dump into
the
it.
doll that grows human hair.
So the origin here this is actually of Kikuko's death. So basically, the origin can be traced back to 1918. The doll was picked up from a 17-year-old boy named Ikichi Suzuki. He bought the doll for his 3-year-old sister, Kukiko, and she loved it so much that she literally just brought it everywhere. She slept with it. She brought it to play. Like, she literally was like attached to the hip to this thing.
I had a Dudley the Dragon that I did the same thing with.
I had something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was like this really marshmallowy looking green fat dragon.
That's Dudley the Dragon.
Oh, then I think I had the same.
Hang on,
fucking
I'm
thing.
gonna fucking
Yeah, you looked that up, Doug.
I had a little dog. It was like this little like golden like I don't even know what kind of dog it was, but it was like golden and it had this like really like long brown ears, and I named him Fluffy, and he was like my fucking jam.
Is this why you enjoy Finley so much?
Probably.
Holy fuck!
Is that it?
You are showing me a toy from my childhood.
You had a Dudley the Dragon too?
So
Oh hell yeah!
when I was a kid, and honestly, if I'm being honest, until like right now, my child brain goes like, yes, you are the only person that owned this. And right now, you just broke my childhood a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm known to do that. I ruin that for people occasionally.
That's okay. I can think of somebody else whose childhood might have been ruined.
Yeah, yeah.
What a bird scooter!
Let me just
Getting better at
bird
those.
scooter my way into this one. Unfortunately, Kukiko, the little girl who had the doll, she passed away because of a cold.
Yeah, they just say that she had like a bad fever.
Well, it was actually it was yellow fever. So yellow fever was fucking rampant in
That's-
Japan
I read
right
a
now.
book about yellow fever.
Racist as fuck.
Oh man. Until you said that, it wasn't.
But now,
But no, yeah, so yellow fever around this time was fucking rampant in Japan, and she came down with a case of yellow fever. And like Doug said, she named this doll Okiku.
Well, actually, the family named it Okiku
She
in
named
her
it
honor.
The family
herself.
did.
hmm
I thought
Oh.
she named it after
I
herself.
thought she named it because it reminded her of her.
So I'm gonna just read you this thing I have right here.
Please.
So Kukiko later passed away because of a cold. Said that already. And her family decided to keep the doll and name it Okiku in memory of her.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
I guess the name is kind of similar.
Yeah.
Kikuko.
And I'm sure if we knew Japanese, we might understand why it's
Probably.
similar.
It's literally the name backwards without a K.
Yeah.
At the end.
Look at that.
Oh.
Oh shit ass! I did not know that.
But this is when things kind of ended up starting to get strange after the little girl passed away and they kept the doll. The doll's initial Okappa hairstyle, which basically meant that it was hair that was cropped around the jawline with a length and like with a small fringe over the forehead, basically.
Isn't it kind of similar to a long bowl cut?
Yeah, kind of, just with like bangs.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Go get my long bowl out of, out of the cabinet. We got a haircut to do.
But yeah, I mean that's this is the smallest little intro into
No, yeah.
what gets weird about this whole story.
We're not kidding. This is short, but it's fucking creepy. So after what's his name? Ikichi Suzuki.
Yes.
Yes, he comes back. So,
Suzuki's a car.
and a motorcycle.
Subaru.
Subaru.
Yamaha.
Subaru.
So Ikichi Suzuki.
You're close
Go on.
enough.
You got it.
The boy.
Boy.
He buys this doll. It's in a region of
Right.
Japan called the Sapporo region of Japan. And if anyone has been to any sushi joints in the U.S., you're going to find Sapporo beer. It's named after this region. But he's visiting this region, and this doll like jumps out at him. So he buys it and brings it
Like
home.
literally?
Yes,
or-
it jumps through a plate glass window and says, "Take me home, I'm yours."
So it's more figuratively jumps at him.
He's looking through shop windows and he just notices it. And he's like, "This is perfect for my little sister." So he brings it home. After she dies of yellow fever, like Doug said, they named it Okiku to kind of honor her. They wanted to bury it with her, but something about like the Japanese government prohibited that from happening for some reason. I don't know enough about Japanese culture to know why that would happen, but it did. So instead, they built a shrine. They put like a bunch of her favorite stuff in there, and they put the doll in there, put it behind a glass cabinet, and they left it. Well, it wasn't for a bit that they started to notice some changes. So like Doug said, the hair was like a long bowl cut. Like
jawline.
Yeah, jawline hair, right? So this jawline hair slowly began to change.
How change? Like, is it going through like a puberty type of change?
Like it formed a bigger penis and like got hair on the hair.
I just like how he worded that. How change?
How change?
No, so the family started noticing as time went on that the hair on this doll actually was getting longer.
Dolls don't do that.
No, they don't.
Unless you put unless it's a chia.
Chia.
Then that makes sense. But that's not as much a doll as
they're not smearing grass seed on a fucking porcelain doll.
Obama.
Chia Obama.
Chia Pet. Michelle.
But no, it starts growing, and they notice that it's now that it was at the jawline. It's now at like shoulder length and below. And before it was like this neat trim, like everything was evenly cut like a doll's hair would be. But now it's got like
got a little raggedy over time.
It's got like split ends, and it's got qualities of human hair. And they think it's a little weird, but they also think that it might be like their mind playing tricks on them. And then the hauntings start. And they start hearing things like somebody playing downstairs, or somebody running up the stairs, or just like banging around the house when there's only like one or two people home and they're both in the same room.
That's rude. They were banging in the house while people were home.
I know. Like, at least find a place that's unoccupied.
They heard the quiet, serene lyrics of Chumbawamba by Hoobastank.
Chumbawamba by Hoobastank. Okay, that's a lot to unpack in one sentence. I don't think we have time for that.
They're just downstairs or upstairs, and they just hear like the fucking song.
Yeah, takes a vodka.
No, so like these hauntings, it starts disturbing the family, and they start hearing things. They start hearing like voices and laughter and footsteps, and they just can't sleep anymore. So this family decides to up and fucking move away. And now keep in mind, I
wonder if they knew the doll was the one doing the haunting, or if they thought it was the house.
Well,
wasn't there didn't the dad report seeing the doll at the foot of his bed at one point?
Yes, yeah. So this doll that's behind like a glass locked cabinet, because it's this shrine to their daughter, exited said shrine and was literally just like at the foot of the parents' bed. Like there's a bunch of ridiculous and creepy stories about this thing. So when they moved, they decided we don't really want to bring this with us.
Yeah, let's leave this toxicity outside.
Yeah, and it sucks though, because Japanese history is steeped in ghost stories and like spirituality. And one of the big things that they were torn about is that they have a feeling that because their daughter was so close to this doll, that when she died,
could have been her spirit.
Right. Her spirit passed into it, and it was her spirit trying to get their attention. However, it fucking terrified them, so they thought it best to try to find somebody.
Sorry, daughter, but now you're a doll, and like I don't vibe with that too well. I just started a new job. Like, I gotta impress the bosses. I can't be taking care of a doll.
No.
Well,
daughter.
I did read one thing about this doll where so like obviously I think we can like all kind of assume where this is going as far as like who's in the doll, what's controlling the doll. But
right.
There's a lot of like there was one place that I read something that was kind of interesting, and they weren't sure if this was actually a yuri, which is a ghost in Japanese, like folklore,
right?
Or an oni. Like they didn't know if it was a demon or a ghost.
A demon or a ghost, yeah.
But I mean, all it was doing was like growing hair.
Yeah, and like it was making noises. And so my personal opinion on that is like if that's a sign of communication. right? Like, it's not fucking with you. It's trying to make itself known.
Mm-hmm.
And again, to me, that's not a malicious thing, I guess.
But it also seems like something a child would do.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Just trying to get your attention.
A demonic or oni presence
Mhm.
would be more malicious. Like, it would hide something that you need, or it would, like...
Push you down the stairs.
Right, stuff like that. It would try to harm you.
It would steal your teeth, but like from your mouth and not just from like your bedside.
Yeah, and sprinkle them all over our table. By the way, can we talk about that, please?
Talk about what, Jason?
What do you mean?
I hope that shows up.
I think it will.
Jason,
you want to go ahead and explain what the fuck is in front of you right now?
I got probably a good 2 or 3 dozen loose teeth on the table in front of me.
Yeah, you do. What?
Don't kink shame me, Jason.
I'm not trying to kink shame.
This is my dojo.
I'm just trying to understand. You are really, really coming into your form as Orthon.
I mean, Orthon chooses the host. The host doesn't choose Orthon. So, at the end of the day, you got to make the best of it.
Just accept them.
Roll with the punches, and if the punches are teeth, it could be worse.
So how many more of those do you need?
I don't think there's a set limit to satiate Orthon.
Fair enough.
I think it's just whenever he decides he's had enough.
Okay. Well,
which I could tell you right now.
I hope it's not too
this
much more.
Isn't enough.
Oh fuck. Okay. We're not. This is not he has a pile of teeth.
Yeah. This isn't a bit.
We'll take a picture. We'll put it up.
Do some of those teeth have cavities?
It looks like there's plaque. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. There's plaque buildup on some. Some are baby teeth. Oh God. Some are baby teeth.
No.
What's that one right there then?
It's a fang. This one?
No, all the way over.
Where?
All the way by your cup. Nope. Towards me. Towards me. Yes.
This is a fang.
But it's tiny.
I know. Isn't this a great visual piece
of
the podcast for audio listeners?
I couldn't keep going. I literally kept glancing over at this pile of teeth in front of Mike. So, okay, where the fuck was I? I was talking about the hauntings. I was talking about how it's not malicious if they want to communicate with you, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I don't think this is a malicious thing because I feel like most of the things that you hear are just like what this girl might have been doing on her day-to-day.
That or, obviously, if you're not paying like attention to a child or something, they're going to act out.
Yeah.
This is kind of similar to like just acting out.
Maybe she wants some attention. She misses her family.
It's nothing major. Again, like you said, just kind of making noise downstairs and just coming to the bed at night, which could very well be like when a kid's scared or something, goes into mom and dad's room.
I will say, it's probably very distracting and probably very unnerving. So it's
hard to get housework done.
Yeah.
When a doll is just kind of floating around watching you do them.
It's not... Wait, what?
Just an example.
Housework. Got it.
Yeah.
Took that a different way.
He didn't go to like fucking his tax office and the doll's just sitting there like, file the 1042!
But no, so it's unnerving. And so this family does not want to take this doll with them. So they decide to find somebody to leave it with.
And by somebody... they left it with a whole-ass Buddhist temple. So they literally just packed up their shit, they were moving, and then they found this priest.
Do you know where this temple was?
I know it's not... Are you talking the name?
No, not the name. Like where... So you can find this... So do you remember where the doll was bought?
Yeah.
In the Sapporo region?
Mm-hmm.
This temple is also in the Sapporo region of Japan.
It all comes back to the beer.
Yeah. You drink enough, you fucking think your dolls are ghosts.
They actually did try to pawn this off on a bunch of people, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, the priest guy was like the only one that took it, and they had to like let him know like this doll grows hair, and he's like, well, all right, I'll take it anyway.
They didn't believe him at first.
Yeah,
but okay.
I tried looking into it because this temple is the I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation, but the Manenji temple. That's the closest I'm going to get to it.
No, yeah,
Manenji.
Manenji, yeah.
Manenji, Jumanji, whatever.
The Jumanji temple, okay.
The Jumanji temple. It's full of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnsons and Kevin Jonases and Robin Williams. But the Manenji temple, I tried looking for a reason why they would go to these people. Like, I was like, oh, maybe it's like a super spiritual temple, or they have a history of like dealing with demons or ghosts or something like that. That might be a reason why they would go to him. I think it just got down to the wire and they're like, give it to the fucking priest. I don't know. I don't want it anymore.
They can't really say no. I mean,
Exactly. So the priest is like, "Fuck it, yeah, we'll take the damn thing." So they take it and they just kind of put it in a glass box again, just kind of have it out on display.
Yep.
And over the course of years, like I think they mentioned I think it's like twice a year or something they have to trim the hair.
Yeah, so it's become like one of the duties of the monks.
Yeah, and I don't think, I mean, I'm not a monk. I don't know their duties, but I'd be pretty peeved if my duties were I had take care of ghost doll's hair added to my duties.
Go groom Barbie.
Yeah, like I'm not a fucking barber, man. Like,
Right.
if I was a barber, I wouldn't be a Buddhist monk. Like, but
It's fair.
the cool thing is though, they do every time like they see the hair grow before they cut it, they do take a picture of where the length was at.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep doing that. So now if you visit the temple, you see a bunch of pictures of the hair just steadily growing or
Yeah.
being more frayed or whatever, like you were saying
well,
before.
apparently it grows really, really slow.
Yeah.
Because I think in total, what I read was that it only has grown about 10 inches.
Yeah, that's why they trim it like I said, they only trimmed it like once a year, if that. And they would always just trim it right back to
Fuck,
shoulder
that's right.
length.
I remember when they trim it too. I remember reading about that. It's either, depending on the year, it's either around Okiku's birthday, or Kikuko's birthday, or Kikuko's death. Those are the two times that apparently the hair just is like growing the most.
like crazy.
Right. Yeah.
There is also apparently a rumor where the doll, like, over time just got more and more powerful, they said. So it
What?
started with just like the hair would just grow and they would trim it.
Right.
But then it started like making noises, like they would hear like voices and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was the rumor, I don't think anyone actually did it, but some of the priests said like, oh yeah, the mouth would slowly open on its own, and if you looked in the mouth, you saw a bunch of fucking baby teeth.
Well, no, you can. So I've seen two separate pictures of this doll.
Yeah, you can kind of see them. Yeah.
No, one is with the mouth as it is supposed to be, which is closed, just pursed lips like a normal fucking doll. And there's another one where it's like slightly open.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw those two pictures, my fucking skin crawled because I was like,
it's kind of like
holy
at
shit.
Zach Bagans' museum. He's got the Dybbuk box.
yeah.
And apparently,
yeah.
over the course of time, it slowly opens up, and someone's got to go in and close it. But it's probably just a fucking draft, because it's just a shitty old fucking jewelry box.
I don't know if a draft is gonna open a box like that. I don't know.
I've seen the thing.
I don't
It's probably a
Mike's
draft.
I don't fuck with Dybbuk boxes.
No. I don't
The only
fuck
reason
with a lot
I
of
didn't
shit
fuck
like
with
that.
it, I don't believe in any of that shit that Zach Baggins has. But the atmosphere is really well done to where I get creeped the fuck out. Like, he's like, oh, does anyone want to go into the Dybbuk box room? Yeah, let's all go. We go in there. It's fucking creepy. He's like, does anyone want to touch the glass? And then I swear to God, at that time, someone like hits a button and it plays like ominous music, because I started hearing like, ooh, in my head, and I'm like, I want to touch that box, dog. Like, there's something going on over there. Some Jewish demon's going to come out, because that's what it is. It's a Jewish demon.
Right.
But back to baby teeth doll
Yeah.
mouth. But yeah, that's just a thing that apparently has been happening. And you know, if you look into the mouth, you could see baby teeth. I kind of recall them saying something about the eyes too, where like if you look at the
Yeah.
eyes, I think like the pupils grow or something like that.
I mean, honestly, just
fully
think
remember.
of it. It's apparently it's every once in a while starting to become more human in nature.
Yeah, like
like
it's
from
going-
what it looked like to begin with, and what it looks like now. Apparently, are two very different
Yeah,
things.
it's like a goddamn homunculus or whatever.
yeah, fucking homunculus.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess there was like an examination on this doll, like allegedly an
Well,
examination.
there've been a couple.
Yeah, that's why I say allegedly.
Yeah.
The Buddhist priests or monks, whatever you want to call them, have sent hair samples to be looked at and examined, and these hair samples do come back as being like child hair. So that's
Human,
pretty,
literal
human child hair. So that's fucking creepy.
So we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How much hair do Buddhist monks have?
Not a lot.
I would venture a guess to say none.
Depends on where.
Typically,
I kind of no. I'm almost positive like the shaving of the head is one of their like
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's you know, we'll get to all this
Yeah.
at the end here,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, that kind of is it for the examination. Unfortunately, we'll get a little bit more detailed into it down the line, but
And unfortunately, that's the whole
the
fucking story.
Yeah, that's the fucking story.
Pretty much.
Again, there's not much to it, but it's a pretty spooky story. And if you look up a picture of the doll, it is a pretty creepy doll. Like, you know how in the Annabelle movies, they make the doll look a lot fucking creepier than it actually is? It's just a fucking Raggedy Ann.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this doll this doll is like the real life version of the Annabelle doll. It's old, the paint is fucking chipping off, it's got cracks in it and everything.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy.
It's very creepy. I'm sure it looked way better when they bought it
Fucking
back in 1918.
Well, I mean, the best thing about this is that you can literally go visit this thing today.
Yeah.
Like, as
That's
opposed
another
to
thing.
as opposed to Annabelle, the Warrens Museum is closed now because they're both fucking dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like-
that is another thing, real quick. I'm sorry, but because I'm going to lose my train of thought. Apparently, as well with this doll, it kind of acts like that Robert the Doll. Apparently, if you take oh yeah, okay. If you take apparently if you take a picture of Okiku without like asking consent, or if you like go up to and start talking to without consent, it supposedly will come and like haunt your dreams and it essentially kind of follows you home.
Oh yeah, and so the reason I just freaked out of it is because like we have
Let's get into it because I'm done now. So
we have limited content, and so I went ahead and I looked up a bunch of other haunted dolls or supposedly haunted dolls, and I was super disappointed at how few like actual
there's
accounts
a
are.
lot of haunted
There's
dolls,
a fuckload
but
of haunted
how
dolls.
much with credibility is
That's what I was looking for,
Yeah.
because I can go on fucking YouTube and I found like 200 videos of haunted dolls and them doing creepy things. I know they're not real because like there's so many of them.
like that other Twitter story, that Dave one. I think it's
Oh
called,
yeah,
with that
the
haunted
David
doll. Yeah,
Yeah.
surprise, that's fake. we might cover it sometime down the line, but
Probably, but
It's a fake one.
there's almost nothing on haunted dolls that have like credible stories behind them. And honestly, even the Annabelle story, after you pick it apart, you're like, none of these accounts are verified. It's word of mouth from one or two people with no hard evidence on any of it.
it's like the company that makes sriracha.
Yeah. Wait,
where
what?
it's the you know the
I
company.
just blindly went like,
the-
yeah.
yeah, you fucking know that. You know that sriracha brand that has like the chicken on the label.
Yeah.
They do no advertisements, all word of mouth.
Mhm.
You will never see a single.
Blows your dick right off, doesn't it?
Not a single commercial, magazine
good.
ad, nothing. It's just all word of mouth because it's that good. And that's what's happening with these dolls. It's all sriracha, word of mouth.
Yep. And
You know, there's a sriracha factory that like totally like fucked a town up because like the fumes were just
yes.
Oh, I didn't know
like
that.
fucking
It's
destroying the town.
Isn't that listed as one of like the more haunted places in the world too now?
I don't know. That's probably where they got Silent Hill from.
The ghost of
Oh,
Sriracha
maybe.
Pass.
Holy
No, actually,
shit.
I know where they got
Sriracha Hill.
Well, that was an actual coal fire
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
a
to
lot of people died in
Sriracha
that.
Hill. see how you would eat if you didn't have any sauce to go on your food.
Hop into my cock sauce.
Yeah,
I went a different direction on this.
yeah, we went the porn route with that one.
But no, there are so much. You can find so fucking many hard air quote haunted dolls, but none. I swear to God, none of them have the same story
You
that this
can't-
one does. You
this
can't go
one-
see. You can't go see them. You can't go see the haunted and creepy shit for yourself, right?
This one, I would say, has a bit more credibility because theoretically, you could just sit there in the same room as this doll and watch the hair grow.
Yeah.
It would take forever. It's like paint drying, but
But you get to see
theoretically,
it.
you could.
Yeah, and they literally do nothing to like stop you from trying to figure it out. Apparently the monks at this Buddhist temple try to help with it because they also want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yep.
So
Well,
If-
that brings me to one tiny
Go ahead.
tiny little ding dong
I know.
fact.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every time they cut the hair and send it in for examination, nobody sees them do this.
Mhm. Oh, wait, hold on to that real quick. We're gonna wait till the end when we say real or fake. But you were gonna talk about other dolls.
It's obviously real.
We're gonna talk about.
You can go and visit it.
You're right.
So-
Talk about other dolls.
So
first.
I looked up a bunch of other dolls, and if I'm being 100% honest, 99% of them just disappointed the fuck out of me.
What are some of these other dolls besides
of-
Annabelle?
One of the more famous ones, obviously Annabelle, the Raggedy Ann, that wasn't actually haunted and just a fucking invention by the Warrens to bring money in because they're scam artists.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me for it. That's just how it is. Go look it up.
Yeah, Patrick fucking Wilson is a lot better of a person than they are.
Who's Patrick Wilson?
He's the guy that plays
Gotcha.
Ed Warren in
That's
the
what I
movies.
thought.
Oh
but-
yeah, he's such a good dude.
Oh, he's so handsome.
He is.
I'm gonna say this right now. I actually really like the Conjuring universe. Like,
Oh, same.
It's very fun.
It
but,
is.
yeah, no, the Warrens are.
I will say
frauds.
that finding out that fact, like, it ruined it a little bit for me. But I also know that it's a universe and it's like it's from somebody's mind. Like, and
Yeah,
it's
of
fantastic.
course.
Yeah.
Although the newest movie was kind of meh.
Yeah, I watched
See,
it.
I
It was-
didn't even watch it.
It's on HBO
Actually,
Max.
I liked it a bit. We'll get into it maybe on Diluti After Dark.
No, dude, we can
Yeah,
tangent.
we
like,
could definitely-
we're good.
I liked it a
we'll
little
leave
better
that.
because I think it was shot a bit better. There is more
I think they went too
action.
like action
100%.
hero style with it. Like it didn't feel like I don't know.
The only-
We'll get into that.
You'll get
later.
into Diluti After Dark if you are a Patreon member. You can get in on Diluti After Dark, and
And if
hear
you're
me.
not, you can go to patreon.com/DelutiPod. We've got 2 tiers as of now, but I promise in the next couple of weeks we are adding more. We're adding more content. Just go check it out.
Welcome
We
to
get some
the
cool stuff.
Ludi 2.0, bitches.
right?
Yeah.
New Ludi.
New Ludi.
New
booty.
Are
But
there
no,
any other
so-
dolls?
Yeah, so one of my favorites was the story of Robert the doll.
Which
Yeah.
is actually, I would say, the one
Robert?
that has a little bit more.
It does
credence
because
to it.
well, because there are so many like first-hand accounts by people who are recognized in the field of paranormal studies, and that's the part that kind of leans me more towards might be another real one. Now Robert, you can find in a museum, and he is known isn't he known for like causing people to go fucking psychotic?
He's known, kind of.
He
yeah,
also doesn't
because-
want you to take his hat off.
or take a picture of him.
Yeah, no
It's
pictures.
known if you take a picture of
touch
him
him.
or taunt him or touch him.
Yeah, but
He'll come and fuck your shit up.
you can find videos, you can find bits of media that will show him like moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I watched a bunch of this shit last night
I'm
at like
sorry.
1 a.m, and I fucking kept waking up because I thought like Robert the doll is in the corner. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hi, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
can call me Bob.
I think the main consensus with Robert the doll is that he brings misfortune to people.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that's right. The dude who brought him home got in a fucking car accident on the way back home, and then a
Yeah.
bunch of other terrible shit started happening to him, so he donated to a museum. Like, that's
Yeah, I
another
gotta
really
get the
cool one.
fuck- I gotta get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
yeah, he's known to cause car accidents, broken bones, job loss, divorce, and just a cornucopia of other misfortunes.
And
I don't know if you can.
mesothelioma.
I don't know if you can. Yeah.
You may be entitled to compensation.
I don't know if you could pin divorce on the doll. There's probably other
we're gonna.
forces at work there.
I mean, maybe. But also, Robert.
Was it because the doll, or was it because Johnson couldn't stop having an affair on his wife Susan with his secretary Paulette?
Well, Paulette was actually Robert the doll.
He was fucking the doll.
Probably.
Are there any other spooky dolls?
There's
Jason?
there's a couple other. But honestly, there's nothing really of note. The one thing that I did find that I honestly spent about an hour of research on, which I then realized was way too much time, was haunted doll adoption agencies.
Oh,
And these
Yeah.
things exist. It's basically like a halfway house for haunted dolls where nobody, like, they don't want them anymore.
Well,
so
yeah,
these
they're
people,
haunted.
like, bring them into their home, put descriptions out, and they try to fucking find people to, like, pair them with homes. They charge adoption fees. They charge all these other, like, placing fees, like a bunch of, like, it's like an adoption home.
oh, so it's a scam.
But for, yes.
Okay, great.
And
I actually follow a couple people on TikTok that have haunted dolls, and their TikToks are a lot of fun, but it's a whole lot of horseshit.
oh yeah, it's like the one thing that I've found out of researching all this shit is that 99% of all haunted dolls are absolute horseshit. If you can buy one of these on eBay, like, it's probably not real, but there's a whole haunted doll section on
Remember
eBay.
that part on eBay where it was like, here's a spirit in a jar.
Yes.
Yeah, here's a fucking
You
ghost fart
You can
in a
buy
bottle.
you can buy the spirit of a dragon or a fairy on fucking eBay, and they even tell you, like, now you're not gonna see it,
And it's gonna smell like
but
air.
it'll be with you always.
Yes, trust us.
Like, what?
$80, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's shit like that. But so, like, these haunted doll adoption agencies, to me anyway, were way creepier than any of the other haunted dolls that I found anything about, because they would show, like, these rooms, and it's just fucking floor to ceiling creepy ass dolls.
Zach Baggins Museum has a doll room.
Do you remember the
creepy.
episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where
Yeah.
they go to
Dolls!
Yeah. There's fucking dolls everywhere? They thought it was like, ooh, it's spooky. Oh my god, they're in the closet. Like, it's shit. Like, it's just like that.
Yep.
It's just fucking horrifying. But
Are there any? Does
Go on.
are there any like just inspirations from this story?
Oh, you mean like
Film,
mean, like, film
novels,
book? Yeah.
graphic novels. Yeah, is there anything that?
I mean, sort of. So I almost did the same thing that Jason did, where I spent a bunch of time trying to find this shit out, and honestly, I just ended up with my dick in my hand. So like, it has inspired some numerous novels, films, and actually like traditional kabuki plays.
Yeah.
But it's all Japanese stuff, and I couldn't really find a whole lot about anything out that like actually pertained directly to this story. Most of the stuff just added some more creepy elements to the story, you know, giggling, wailing, moving around, whatever you want to fucking say. There was one concrete movie that I've never heard of called like The Dollhouse, but it's a Japanese film, so it wasn't even actually called that. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about. It's a fucking B-rated.
yeah,
movie, yeah.
I'm sure I could fucking find it somewhere, but I mean, it has inspired a bunch of random things, but like nothing of note, nothing that like our listeners would probably even know, to be honest with you.
I'm very surprised with how like filmmakers are like scraping the bottom of the barrel for content nowadays. That this hasn't been adapted into.
Well, I'm sure
film
once the found
somehow.
footage community fucking finds out about this story, they'll be like, "Ooh, let's do that."
Well, to be honest with you,
There's
like,
not much there, but
there's not much to the story other than that the doll grows hair. And I don't know what any filmmaker with the right sense of mind isn't going to just totally 180 this whole thing and create a different doll that's haunted and make it do things that isn't growing hair. Like,
right.
It'll be an entirely different story, but it'll say based on a true story because the guy read this story first.
Like Tusk.
Yeah, exactly. Full circle, boys. Full circle.
Well, let's get to...
the Poughkeepsie tapes, which I learned on a phone call that is based on true things. And
oh, that's right. Didn't you fucking work with somebody that lives in Poughkeepsie or something?
Well, I helped a guy's on his website the other day who lives in Poughkeepsie, New York, and I was like, super random, man, but I just watched the Poughkeepsie tapes. Like, I don't know if you've heard of that. And he's like, oh, no, I definitely have. He's like, that was based on a true thing that happened in our town.
Oh, fuck.
I was just like, I didn't need to know that.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Baby. So here's a thought for you boys.
One whole thought?
One whole thought. What are your final thoughts on this doll that grows human hair?
Are we going to move back to our
real or
thing?
fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to pencil it. We have to spice it in.
Well,
or
like
pepper
we
it in
decided we were going to
occasionally.
do it, and then we just fucking
Stopped.
didn't for a while. We just didn't care, and then I think it's because we got away from the things that might be real, and we were like, this is very obviously fake, but it's cool.
Yeah. So, what do you, on the count of 3, say what you think. Say what you need to say. 1, 2, 3.
Real.
Fake. Oh.
I think it's fucking real.
Very surprised to hear that from you two.
Really?
I felt like this whole time you guys were leading up to it being fake.
No. I think it's real as fuck, man.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think it's fake?
A bunch of different reasons. For one, like Doug mentioned earlier, you don't ever see these hair samples being given for examination. They just are. Secondly, no matter how much I look, they don't give like the name or the institute that examined it. It just says hair samples were sent in for examination. I could say that too if I was a liar. You know, like it doesn't say who examined it, what their credentials are.
Yeah. So to be fair, I didn't really like dig into that at all. I kind of want to though.
Yeah.
And I also really kind of want to work up to the point where the 3 of us can just go here. And like neat. And literally just like video record our trip there and like show the doll and then us being freaked the fuck out when
yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
So
and another reason too is like you just said before as well, it's very hard to find any doll stories with any credence to them.
Right.
So what gives this one credence? The fact that there was a quote-unquote examination and they found real hair? Or that we're just taking the word of these monks that the hair grows? They do get the photos of it, but like, you know how easy it is to fake doll hair? Just slap on a new wig. It's a doll.
Is it easy to fake human hair, though?
Probably. I can go get you little girl hair right now. I have a niece.
Okay, so let me
That sounds
please
creepier
don't
than
take
it
your
should,
fucking niece's
but-
hair. People go to jail for less.
Also, can you tell if it is a child's hair when doing an examination? I would be curious to see how much like tourist attraction this doll has gotten
Same.
since the doll was given to this temple, and I would like to know if there is a relationship between the family and this temple. I mean, like I said at the beginning,
Not anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
like I said at the beginning, it seems like they just kind of went down the line, and these priests were like the last dudes.
Well, like I said,
like the B-rate people to give this doll to, like they had no option. But
well, like I said, this temple is in the same region where the doll was bought, and I think that was symbolic to them.
Maybe,
especially
that's
from
for
somebody
sure.
in 1918 Japan. Like
Yeah.
the Japanese people are all about symbolism and metaphor, and like it's I love their
celebration,
fucking culture, their
ceremony,
culture's-
things like that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
They're
But-
very ritualistic.
Paw the
very
tea. Oh no, that's
ceremonial.
Mulan's China. Oh god, I feel bad now. Why do you think it's real? You two, tell me.
Well, because you can observe it.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, like,
No one's telling you like but you like there's no conditions. There's no like. There's no fucking red tape to get through.
Yeah.
Literally, they're just like, no, seriously, come fucking see for yourself.
Yeah,
there's
come
no-
look at the doll.
Yeah, come do whatever you need to make sure that this is a real thing. Please, we will give you whatever you need.
that's true.
Like there's no roadblocks.
That's true. But I find it funny how after literally over 100 years, no one has done that yet. Out of all the skeptics,
Well, would
and-
you wait around for to watch hair grow?
If I was a hard,
I fucking wouldn't.
If I was a hardcore skeptic and like it was kind of my job to do that, like if I worked for like a newspaper that was like, see if this is fake, I probably would.
You also have to remember this hasn't gotten news coverage in like 50 years.
But if it's real, why
I don't think
not?
anyone gives a shit, to be
Right.
honest. Like,
If it's real, why wouldn't more people give a shit? This is a doll growing human hair. That's fucking crazy. That
Yeah,
is
but-
like the eighth wonder of the world, and no one cares.
well, you know, like when you die, like your hair and fingernails like still grow and shit, right?
yeah,
I thought the hair didn't. I thought the fingernails
does,
did
for a
because,
It does
Yeah,
for a while.
for a bit, not 100 years.
yeah.
well, hair and fingernails are essentially the same thing.
Yeah. They're literally the same.
Did we just blow your mind?
I wouldn't say blown it. I just never thought
Yeah, no,
About it.
they're
I guess
essentially the same thing.
it's just dry. Well, I thought fingernails were dead skin that just kind of dried. Hair isn't dead skin;
No,
they're follicles.
this is
Hair
basically
follicles.
Creatine or what's it
it's.
called?
Are you really
Is
gonna
it like
make me
the
fucking
same-
remember
is it like
the
the
chemical
same-
composition of fingernails and hair right
Is
now?
it like the same type of stuff, just formed a different?
yes.
Weird.
Think all the dead shit your body has, it just pushes it out as protectant. Because our bodies have adapted and evolved.
Hell yeah. Ape strong with hair.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. If I feel like if this was a doll that's been growing hair naturally, continuously for over 100 years, someone would write. Someone bigger than like the escape room would write an article on it. You know what I mean?
See, I wish I could say that doesn't make sense to me, but it does. Like,
Okay.
if this was actually real, I get it. There'd be
Okay.
more stories on this. However,
I just also think it's a very minimalistic attribute to a doll that
Yeah.
probably won't get the attention that, you know,
That's true.
a
You know
haunted
what?
doll that like rapes and kills people
Yeah,
does. You
yeah,
know?
and you know
Right.
what? I will take back that argument a little bit, just because you don't really see that much attention on like Robert the doll either. So
right,
I
you
will
don't.
st-
I
I
didn't
will
know he
sidestep
existed
that.
until I fucking did research for this.
yeah,
At all.
it's creepy. I
Yeah.
think they made a movie about Robert the doll, but it's like a B-rate shit movie.
We
Pretty dangerous.
need to start watching all of the movies that we mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
I'm trying to go through a lot of the shit that I can on the different platforms.
since you
I have.
fucking added me to that goddamn Facebook group, the found footage horror,
Bro.
I have a list of like 15 movies that I need to watch in the last 2 days
Oh,
alone.
absolutely. I just watched fucking what is it? Oh fuck. Called like Willow Creek or Wilson's Creek or like
Dawson's Creek. It's a show from
No,
the
Willow
2000s.
Creek is a found footage horror movie.
yes. Is that the Bigfoot one?
Ooh,
That exists.
No, there's another. Oh fuck! I've been watching so many movies that I can't even fucking keep
I
them
know.
straight in my
I know.
head.
Anyway, we're getting. This is definitely good content for our
Yeah,
After Dark.
right. This
We
whole
keep
episode,
mentioning
we're
this.
just like, yeah, we're gonna talk about this in our fucking after show.
Guys, like, we keep mentioning this. If you guys are enjoying, like, if you're having fun with us, if you enjoy the content we're putting out here, we're not saying you have to, and honestly, if you can't, like, we fucking get it. We just went through a global pandemic. Shit sucks right now. Like, please, we're doing this for the love of it. All the extra stuff we're adding is all just because, like, we want to. We have the time, but if you have the $5 a month, go check out our Patreon.
Hell, it starts at $2.
Yeah, it starts at $2. Speaking of
Jackie,
oh my God, thank you. Yeah, so our very good friend Jackie just became a patron, and she actually just listened to her first episode right after she became a patron. But she just loves supporting her friends so much, and she just got a decent lifestyle change. Which everybody clap at Jackie. Can you push the button, Mike? Beep. Thank you. This is all for you, Jackie. But yeah, no, she just shut up.
Christ,
keep him in line, Mike. But no,
they don't learn, man.
She just became a patron for us because she wants to support her friends, and then she started listening to her content. And I want to tell you, Mike, she was on, I forget what, I think it was episode 2, maybe 3. I can't remember. Whichever one that you said, like, and I'm your dad.
I would love if we, like, at some point down the line, went back and redid those episodes when we're,
remastered.
When we're not
like
shitty.
Bands do from the 70s.
Yeah, right. When we're not just shitty at our job.
We're getting there, man. We're doing way better.
I think our learning curve hit a lot sooner than we thought.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I forgot Finley was down there, and I just saw like a big black mass move under the table. Holy fuck.
But no, seriously,
buddy.
Jackie, this shout out. Actually, you know what Jackie would like? What do you think? What do you guys think Jackie would want us to do right now?
Well, I think she'd want us to talk a lot about Supernatural, but
I also think she'd want us to take a shot and toast to her.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that should be a thing that's happening right now.
Here's to you.
Well, can we fucking
pour your
Mr.
shot.
Man with a full glass of booze over there?
Pour your shot.
If you're drinking.
Also, Jackie, for you, we are drinking moonshine.
Yeah,
tonight.
we are drinking moonshine tonight, which is not normal for us. We are usually drinking whiskey. I have a huge bottle of whiskey in front of me, and we are not touching it because we are having
go ahead.
Conjugal visit moonshine.
Drop
tonight.
this non-sponsor.
And it is literally a picture of a man holding a pinup woman in jail.
I don't know how to get
the front
more
of the bottle.
I don't know how to get more white trash.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
Sailor
prompted
Jerry.
Jason to buy this, but
well, it was
it's not
literally
Admiral
terrible.
Nelson.
It was $12 off, is what it was.
Woo!
That
Oh.
used to be $34.
It's 50%, and it is made by County Jail Distillery.
Keep giving these guys more free ad space. Love it.
Pretty sure this was made in a toilet.
Probably.
But,
Well, while you
who
pour
am I
up
to
that,
judge?
while you
Either
pour
way.
that up, I will say if you like what we're doing, listen to us at Diluti Pod, or Don't Look Under the Internet, anywhere you can find podcasts. You could even go to our link tree. It's linktree.com/dilutipod. You can also obviously check out our Patreon, patreon.com/dilutipod. We're on YouTube as Don't Look Under the Internet.
Yeah, you'll find most of these links in the descriptions of
Let's
anywhere
take
you're
this
listening to this.
Let's
Yeah,
take
let's
this
do it.
shot, and then I
Let's-
have one more thing that I want to say after that I want you to bring up, Jason.
Okay, well, let's
I think
do
I
it.
know what that is. Let's do this.
Let's do a fucking heartfelt toast to Jackie.
Here's to you, here's to me, here's to the queen, Jackie.
Jackie the Queen. Here's to you. Here's to me.
Jackie,
If we ever disagree.
cling your glass against whatever you're listening to this on in 3, 2,
Strong.
and
Fuck
1.
you, Jackie. Here's to us and you.
You have to take 3 consecutive shots because those dings. Jason, don't we have like what's the word I'm looking for? Not rotary. But we have some sort of phone number.
Oh, we do. I have no idea what the number is. Hold on.
Okay, while we're waiting on that, if you want to get in contact with us, we do have a phone number through Google. You can call it, leave us a voicemail, or shoot us a text.
We've actually gotten... Oh, yeah,
We've gotten
that
a
reminds
text.
me.
And we will read it on the podcast like we're about to do.
We are. Doug, while I'm doing this, do you mind looking up the... Actually, if I'm looking up...
The
Never
phone-
mind.
yeah,
I'm being
go
a
ahead, buddy.
fucking moron.
You can
if
also
I'm
get-
opening the app, I can tell you the phone number.
You can also get in contact
I can
with
actually
us.
just read what we got so far.
Yeah, go ahead. You can
Oh,
also
do
get in
that.
contact with us
You
at
have it on?
dilutipod@gmail.com.
Yes, I do. Somewhere.
I got it right here.
Somewhere in... Oh, here
What
we go.
is the phone number?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I'm getting impatient.
Shut the fuck up, Mike. Okay, so our number, which I found, if you didn't
Go ahead, Douglas.
Go ahead.
Okay. The number is 630-909-9366. One more time. Nice. So that number again is 630-909-9366.
Can you do one more for the rules of 3?
Nah, we'll do it at the end. All right, so
It just sounds weird, right? Like it's too much.
2 is fine.
Rules of 3, people. I don't make the rule. I just follow it.
You know what that reminds me of?
Rule 34.
Well, now yes, but no. The episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Mac's mom burns her house down, so she has to go live with Charlie's mom, and she's walking around the house going like 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, and Mac's like, Mrs. Kelly, well, why do you do that? She's like, oh, so Charlie doesn't die.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane, right? She's like, oh, yes, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah,
and
man.
that's what the rules of 3 reminds
It's
me
the
of
rules
every
of 3.
time.
It keeps Charlie Day alive.
Well, okay.
So, who you want to read off that text message we got from an anonymous source?
Yeah, let's call him an anonymous source. Let's call them, sorry, an anonymous source.
Yeah, so we have an idea, but this anonymous person wrote, the succulent teeth tasted of turkey tub tree remnants mixed with essence of exfoliating eyelid epidermis.
The vocabulary and the fucking diction is fantastic. The content is disturbing.
It's not even Thanksgiving. He's talking about turkey tubs.
To be honest, the next the next one that followed that up is my favorite.
Yes,
it's the best.
Yep.
So the next one
Wait, we got another one?
Yeah, he responded.
Yeah,
they responded. God damn it.
they followed up with, paranoid beans and peens pucker perversely at the chance for their cheeks to be clapped.
We got a regular
Love
fucking...
it. Love it.
What's
Please keep it up.
What's a famous author?
Chaucer.
Chaucer, the author.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. We got a regular Mark Twain.
Jeffrey
in our fucking
Dahmer.
hand. Jeffrey Dahmer. Yes,
Charles
let's go with that
Manson.
Oh, God.
Keep going.
The next thing's out of your mouth better be some Mark Twain shit. Or I'm going to be writing that shit on your fucking tombstone.
one. I can't quote Mark Twain because he drops the N-word way too much.
It's fine. I just quoted fucking The Devil's Rejects, so.
Oh. Is that what that's from? I had no idea
buddy.
what those are referencing, so.
It's fine. I just like
Doug,
those
I
movies too
appreciate
much.
you.
Do we have anything else we want to say to the beautiful people? The beautiful people?
I mean, I will say, like, please use this number. I would say text us.
What
but
was the number
text
again?
me.
You can fucking call us. You can
Yeah, you can leave voicemails.
text us.
If you leave a voicemail, we'll play the voicemail on the show.
Yeah.
And also, if you call it during the hours of, like, I would say 3:20 p.m. to, like, 10 p.m., I'll be in surgery. So if you want to make my butt vibrate, that's the time to do it. And leave me a nice little message.
I'm typically available from like 5 p.m. onward, so like if you do something, I'll see it for sure.
And if he's bored, he might answer it and be like,
I
you just
might.
want to fucking chat?
You
Like,
want chit chat?
yeah.
You want me to fax you my butthole? Like, what do you want?
it's a fax hole. Come on. We've been over this.
Oh, I know.
Fax hole.
Faxel. Well, it's been real, people.
Yeah.
Jason, how would you like to end this one?
I just want to end this by saying, please look into your children's toys. Make sure they're not.
Investigate.
Yeah, make sure they're not causing, I don't know, fucking paranormal upheavals at your house. Make sure they're not the cause of your diabetes or whatever condition you might have. Just be mindful that dolls have always been symbolic of trapping spirits and keeping them on Earth. I mean, look at voodoo, look at all that. But
Yeah.
most importantly, I want you to always remember that the world is a terrifying place, and in order to survive it, you need to stay paranoid.
Doug, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I got really sunburned over the weekend, and I could really, really use some aloe right now. I'm not gonna lie.
His
That's
face
all
is
I
peeling.
got. Like my face is. I'm just like a fucking flaky piece of
I have
shit
a
right
cactus.
now.
I can bring a slice over for you, like pizza. I'll bring you a slice.
All right, I'm about it.
How about you, Mike? What do you have for the people?
Go find your best friend's dad. tickle him a little bit till he starts giggling, and he's like, "Ooh." And then rub, if you have a mustache, rub it against theirs like Velcro. If you don't have a mustache, grow one and then do the same thing.
You know, if we did that, we could stack people mustache to mustache around the entire Earth, and like, if somebody pulled on the pants of one of those people, we might change the orbit of the Earth.
Cool.
I don't make the rules, man.
No, we just follow the order of the environment. Anyway, suck a dick. Let's leave. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Suck the fattest part of my ass.
Yes, suck the fattest part of Doug's asshole, but also thank you so much for listening